Hit it.
Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Welcome, welcome back. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Welcome, welcome back. I am so glad you joined me. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome back. My beloved kings and queens, my name is Joyce McTier, and I'm going to be your host for today's Crafty Vision segment. So today we're going to be making a button earring, and we're going to be using a variety of many different things. So here are the items that you will need to create this earring. You're going to need a button. Okay, now this button is going to play a very important role in the whole earring itself. Okay, so you will need a button. For those of you who follow me, I did a video yesterday talking about buttons. Okay, you're going to need some Gorilla Glue, some type of adhesive. If it's not Gorilla Glue, E6000, whatever you have, you can even use this tacky glue. Okay, whatever you have, any type of adhesive. Okay, you're going to need your wire cutters, your round nose pliers. You're going to need two. These are oval, like an oval wood bead. And believe it or not, these beads come from the Dollar Tree. I got these from the Dollar Tree. Okay, you're going to need also two. I did a video on these. These are called bubblegum beads, but these are the really small ones. You're going to need some spacer beads. They're 10 millimeter. You're going to need some spacer beads. So you're going to need 6 spacer beads. Okay, and you need these to just pretty much embellish your earring to make it look really nice. Okay, you're going to need 6, and the whole of these have to be big enough to fit over top of your aluminum 12 gauge wire. Okay, you're also going to need a post. This is the post. This is a stainless steel post that I am going to be putting on my earring. Okay, all right. These are going to be post earrings. The next thing you're going to need is 4. This is like these are spacer beads as well, but they're round. Okay, and they're made of wood. So you're going to need 4 of those. And even if you don't have 4 of these, and I believe these are 6 millimeter. These are 6 millimeter. You're going to need a piece of 20 gauge wire. This is 20 gauge brass wire. Whatever wire you have that's 20 gauge, you can use that. And this is about 5 inches long. This is a piece of 12 gauge aluminum wire, about 5.5 inches long. And this is about 9 inches long, and this is 12 gauge aluminum wire as well. Okay, so let me see, do we need anything else? And I believe that is it. So let's go ahead and get started. So the very first thing you want to do is you want to take your first piece of your aluminum wire, and I'm going to move all this stuff over here to the side. Now, the first thing we want to do is we want to make the connecting. So the button really is what is going to be the post that's going to be up against your ear. Okay, this is going to be the part that's going to be connected, that you are going to add your post to for your earring. So we're just going to put a little design on it in the front. And basically I'm going to take my round nose pliers and take my wire and make some spirals on my wire, just like this. And you want to make it big enough. It doesn't have to be real big, but big enough to fit on the face of the button. Okay, let's see. And there you have it. Okay, so basically, once you roll it around, You're going to take your pliers and take this part and come down and just pinch that down just like that. And you're going to take your glue, whatever glue you have, and you're going to give it a generous amount, just like this, generous amount. And you're going to set this off to the side and let it dry for a couple of hours, okay? Now, if you try to put this on and try to work with it, it's not going to work. So you got to put it on, okay? And you got to set it off to the side. And you want this piece to come down like that. And you want to set this off to the side and dry, okay? So I have already taken the liberty to do another one because I knew that that is what I was going to do. And what you want to do now is you want to place that right there. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and start on the body of our earring. My pieces. So I'm going to start off with one of my brown beads, which is this. Bring that down. I'm going to add a spacer bead. I'm going to next add on one of my oval wood beads. And I'm going to add another spacer bead. I'm going to add another wood bead, another spacer bead, and then I'm going to add one of my 10mm bubblegum beads. Okay, add that on, bring that down. I'm going to go back and add my spacer bead. I'm going to add my wood bead, another spacer bead. I'm going to add my last oval wood bead, okay? And this is what your earring is looking like so far. And then I'm going to add one of my very last spacer beads and my very last wood bead, okay? And this is pretty much what your earring is looking like, okay? So now I'm going to come down here to the bottom. I'm going to pinch my wire over because y'all know I do not like running out of wire. And then I'm just going to take my wire cutters and snip this off. And I'm going to come down and take my round nose pliers and make a loop just like this. Okay, so turn everything pretty much the same way, straighten it out, and this is pretty much our earring. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take 20 gauge wire and I'm going to make a loop at the top, give it a little bit of indentation, and I'm going to come here. Now you have to pick and choose which end you want to be at the top or the bottom. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to take my wire and slide it through my, just like this, my hole. And I'm going to take my pliers and place it over top and wrap it around a couple of times. All right, then I'm going to take and snip this part of my wire off. Okay, straighten it up. All right, and now I'm going to go ahead and add on my very last bubblegum bead. So I'm going to put that on like this. I'm going to pinch my wire over, and I'm just going to start wrapping this around my the other part of my wire, which is right here, and just start wrapping that around. Just like this. It's going to move while you are wrapping, so okay. Alrighty. So here you have it. Then I'm going to take my pliers, my wire cutters, and snip right there. I'm going to take my pliers, my round nose pliers, and go in and just squeeze everything in so that nothing is sticking, okay? And we have our piece on the bottom. Now what I'm going to do next is, this is the part right here that you're going to attach this on. So I'm going to take and make a loop just like this. You're going to take and make a loop like that, but before you connect it, you're going to take and add your piece on just like this, and you're going to bring this piece over just like that, and bring it out like that, and there's your earring. Now what we're going to do next, straighten it out. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add on our posts, all right? And we're going to use some more of our Gorilla Glue. Now, once again, you're going to have to let this set for a while before you can mess with it or take it apart. I'm going to show you a pair that I have already done. Okay. Put that on like that. And then you can just go in and clean it up. And then make sure that you smash it down so that it will. All right, so this is our earring, but I'm going to show you a pair that I have already done. It actually is something that's coming up in my next video, in my next video that I'm going to show y'all. So these are the ones that I have already done because these are dry. Okay, and here they are right here. Now, this is a pair that I've done. I did use some different buttons to make these, and I'm going to put on my, just like that, and they will go on your ear, and there you have it, y'all. Now I can't really mess with this too much because I have to let it dry, but this is the earring itself. All right, and this is the back of the earring, and here's a pair right here that I made. So with that being said, I want to take this time to say thank y'all so very much for watching. Go make plenty, 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 okay? I thought that this was an awesome idea when I thought of this. And you don't necessarily have to make your earrings long. You can make them short. You can actually, look, the sky is the limit. Y'all know I always say that, right? So I want to take this time to say thank y'all so very much. I also want to say thank you to my new supporters, loyal supporters. And I also want to say, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, subscribe, okay? Subscribe to the channel and make sure that you hit the bell so that when I upload more videos, you will definitely be notified, okay? So until my next upload, my beloved kings and queens, peace and blessings. See ya.